We got sound? We good?
We should be.
Somebody check. Be 100%. Somebody get Amos 3 and 7 out the gate. And back it up with Isaiah 8 and 20. And then whatever else. So we good? All right, shalom, shalom. We are the brothers from the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham,
double honors to the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all our fellow laborers, that are doing this work. And, and to those very few aquas that are trying to, get it right. And we're just going to jump right into this thing. I watched a video early with the elder Manata Zakba, and it was about Luke. It was somebody came on his comment board, blurting out their mouths, running their mouths, talking about Luke, the 17th chapter. Was talking about, I think, verses 26 through like 30. Talking about that's talking about the current scamdemic and everything that's going on now, which is complete and totally false, man. Because he pretty much said that. Let me correct myself. Let me word this better. He said that basically that the end, when this scandemic ends, Yahawashi is going to come immediately, and that's what this scandemic was all about, and it's got nothing to do with that. And the elder corrected him and told him that had nothing to do with that. He's 100% correct, man. That's a whole overview. Is the scandemic connected to this?
Absolutely.
Yes. But is that it? Like if they say, okay, you don't have to choke yourself to death with a mask anymore, poison yourself with your own, carbon dioxide. You don't have to do that anymore. That the Lord gonna show up immediately. That's false.
And then the stab and jab is nothing to do brother. The stab and jab has nothing to do with the mark of the beast. Because right now the state, you do or do not take the stab and jab or the health crisis. There's nothing to do with buying and selling right now. So that means there's still more prophecies and more things to happen outside of that. And the bottom line is leave the teaching to the prophets. The Most High said he tells you who he talks to. He does not deal with everybody. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it. Who got Amos? Anybody pull Amos? You said Amos.
Amos said 3 and 7.
And while they get that, I'll get Hosea 12 and 10, because the Most High tells you who he's dealing with. Go ahead. You got it.
This is Amos 3 and 7. Surely Yahawah thy power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
That's right. The Most High says he read it one more time. He says, surely the Lord God will do what? Nothing.
Nothing.
He said nothing. Now we used to do similitudes of this, and I will give you a 5-second similitude of nothing. Where's the salvation at then? How's the Lord dealing with somebody if he ain't saying nothing? He said, I will only talk to the prophets. So is everybody on the planet a prophet? Is everybody having visions? Then everybody should be on the highways and byways with their fringes and borders of blue, with their beards. And it's not happening, man.
No.
All right. The Lord is only dealing with the righteous men and of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakak. Hosea 12 and 10 says, I have also spoken by the prophets and have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. If you're a prophet of the Lord, you're going to have your beard, you're going to have your fringes and your border of blue. You'll be up there in the highways and byways. You'll keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. You have read the Bible from the beginning to the ending with understanding. You
talk by the true men of the Lord.
That's what I was just about to say.
Talk about the true men of the Lord.
You took it.
You saw your teachers, and that did not happen in Africa, by the way.
Come on.
But you had the same sort of thing. Some clown put on my comment board, and I did a couple responses to it, saying the same thing. And what this idiot was saying was that the Valley of Dry Bones happened in Africa.
What?
Wait.
And that's what he was trying to say.
Where's the North land?
Exactly. So, and I was trying to tell him that no, and he was trying to say, so you're trying to limit Ezekiel 37 to only America? Yes. That's where it
scriptures
happened.
It's
The
main
truth,
place.
the truth spread from America to the rest of the world. And then he tried to defend the fact that, well, the Africans been keeping their customs and they've known they're Israelites. I said that's even more. That's why the prophets are supposed to teach it. You guys aren't
Shut the
supposed
fuck
to,
up.
because they've been knowing that they're the Israelites all along. But what have they done to reach out to their brothers and sisters scattered around the
What
floor?
name they calling on?
They weren't. What name are they calling on?
I got one for you, Elder.
Absolutely.
This is Micah 4:10. Be in labor, it's like be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a worker in travail. For thou shalt thou go forth out of the city, thou shalt dwell in the field. So we got scattered to the field with the world. And thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be
Excuse
delivered.
me?
There shalt thou be delivered.
Africa.
Babylon, there shalt thou be delivered. There Yahawah shall redeem you from the hand of thy enemies. So we scattered throughout the earth, but Babylon is the main concentration. Yeah?
And look how many Northern Kingdom just came here.
Right.
From up out of South America, which they're going to use that
Mm-hmm.
to turn around and shut everything back down as part of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? But nevertheless, those people came here for two reasons:
That's it.
for salvation and judgment.
What's it?
Point blank, period.
That's right.
And the majority of them is going to be the judgment part.
That's it.
The salvation is going to be a few of them.
That's it. To land back on you, you can go to Psalms, the 137th chapter, 139th chapter. He said, "There by the river of Babylon, there we hung our harps on the hung our necks on the trees." Where in Africa do we have millions of Israelites hanging on trees? Where were we singing the song of Zion? In Africa. No,
Right.
it was here in America.
Right? Billie Holiday didn't sing "Strange Fruit" in Africa.
The hell no.
All
right.
This Revelation 11:8. And their dead bodies shall
Come
lie
on.
in the street of the great city,
That's it.
which is Babylon. It's talking about right here. This
That's
is
it.
Babylon, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So modern day Egypt. Deuteronomy 28:6 says the slaves, we went to Egypt again via slave ships. So the place we got taken to on slave ships is the modern day Egypt. That's
That's it.
America.
Con. And then did any of those African Israelites,
Hmm.
Africans that was, the Israelites that were still in Africa, is when I say that, is what I mean. Right. All right. Did any of them ever send any emissaries?
But half of them are the Philosophians, and they ain't the real Israelites. The
Exactly.
majority of them are the Ethiopians who claiming to be Israelites. Are there some Israelites among Ethiopians? Yes. Are those Philosophians the Israelites? No.
No.
All right.
But even the ones that really are, did they send any emissaries ever to come in
Where's their
America to
ministry?
ransom us back?
Where's their
No,
ministry?
and that would have gone against prophecy anyway.
That's right. And where's their ministry? Because the eye shall see thy teachers, and they will not be removed into a corner anymore. So if you are so-called a teacher of the Heavenly Father, you shall be seen.
Israel wants this.
Somebody get that. The eyes to see don't teach.
The
Gotcha.
they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them when they marry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that grow on the earth, so that northern and southern kingdom. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them, which saw them. So it tells you, we got taken. This is about to happen. Your place got taken to this slave ship. That spiritual Egypt, man. It started here. All right, the truth didn't sweep from Africa. They come over here. All right, and he contradicted himself. He said the dry bones have in Africa. Then he said it's Africans over there, or Israelites in Africa. All right, that never lost their heritage.
Exactly.
So then how did the dry bones happen over there?
Because the dry bones, the whole thing about the prophecy of the dry bones is them waking up to remember themselves.
That's right. And if you call yourself an Israelite and you don't know Yahawah, you're not practicing righteous,
Right.
practicing Israelite.
Chances are you're not of the elect.
That's it, brother. Because you gotta. He said in Acts 20:21 and many other scriptures that by that name only. What's his name and what's his son's name? If thou canst tell, the key to salvation is the understanding of his name and the obedience to his name and what he say. The Lord says, "Why you call me Lord, Lord, and not do the things that I say?" What's the number one prerequisite if you have the understanding of this truth and you're a man? All right, over the age of 12 and under the age of 55, you're supposed to be out there teaching the word of God, man. You're supposed to be a beacon. You're supposed to be a light. Let your light so shine before men so they can see your good works. How the fuck you over there in Africa, ooking and booking in the so-called jungles, and you know you're an Israelite, but you ain't calling Yahawah, you ain't telling nobody we're the Israelites, and you just sit over there in your own little community, just a secret closet Israelite. Fuck out of here with that dumbass shit.
I got
Okay, two things. One, the scripture that elders, quorum called for. This is Isaiah 30, but I'm going to start at 19. For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. Okay, and we're not weeping now. Why? Because we know our heritage, we know who we are, and we know that even though we crying a sign of what we got to be in the midst of, we know our heritage and we know the future and what's to come. Okay? He will be very gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry. And I can say this personally because when you met my son back in that February 2011, I was sitting in an abandoned house, you know, in that blizzard, pipes freezing, the whole deal. One room, 2 heaters, my first smartphone, and what was I seeking? Trying to find a name. Of all the things I could be concerned with, I was trying to find a name. Mm-hmm. What was the ancient name of Jesus? Because I didn't know no better. Mm-hmm. Okay? So you'd be seeking.
Which is a good testament to pretty much all the brothers found the truth. It was seeking. Everybody in here was seeking. That's it. All right, they were looking for something. They were trying to find out, you know, who the name. They were trying to find out who the Israelites really were. It was something that was missing that they were looking for.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I think he still got a little bit.
Yeah. When he shall hear, he will answer thee. 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity,
which means you're going to go through nothing but adversity in the truth. That's it. You're going to go through it.
No other way, man.
And that word,
the straight gate is the only way, man. I explained that to somebody today.
And that word adversity is tazawah, which is tazar, where you get the matazarium, which means narrow, straits. Okay, a tight place. Okay, you're gonna have to squeeze your way into the truth. All right, you're gonna be go through adversarial conditions, afflictions, anguish, distress. You have a bunch of enemies, foes. All right, sorrow, straits, tribulation, trouble. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
Meaning at one point in time, you did not know who your teachers were. You go back to the 40s, the 50s, and beyond, and going backwards. If you weren't around a community like Israel Hill or Cherry, the brother Cherry back in the day, who was pushing that we're Israelites and certain people, you would not have a clue. Majority of us did not have a clue until when the Lord set up the opening through what? Rabbi Abba Bivens, all right? He left the commandment keepers, which is Old Testament Israelites, and he said, no, this is not right. It's got to be the old and the new. And from that spawned One West, and from that spawned the apostles on down. And now the truth from that point, which proves this is the truth, has propagated exponentially without the media, without land tracking and traveling all over, jet setting.
They have to put on no commercials, none of that, no advertisement. As far as the commandment keepers, this and you people who the Lord really is not dealing with on that level.
That's right.
This is Isaiah 5 and 21. It says, "Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight."
That's right.
Right.
My philosophy.
Yeah. Well, I think and feel. Basically, them what I think and feel niggas.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm gonna call them exactly that. What I think and feel niggas.
That's right.
All right.
That's it. My philosophy. Is that the name of that?
Amen.
Yeah.
This is Acts 1 and 6.
I already know because he rang the bell.
It says, when they were come together, they asked him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times nor the season which the Father hath put in his own power. But ye shall receive power after the Holy Ghost is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth.
There you go.
So that was going to be in what? In Jeremiah 15:33, where we were collectively going to serve that bondage. All right, which is going to be in Mystery Babylon.
Just want to put clarity so Jake understands. The dry bones, us waking up, the dry bones come together started, because the Lord has gathered us from all the 4 corners of the earth. But it started here. It started with the elders of my elders, all right, which are the apostles of the great so hey, it started at the one camp that everybody ate, man. One West.
That's it.
Everybody go against one West. And all these splinters come from what? One West, man.
That's it. Which and which is all prophecy anyway. All right. If you don't read the scriptures, and especially with understanding, you're going to come against the real men of the Lord. But someone has to fit the scriptures like Cinderella fit that shoe.
And you know, I used your analogy the other day. And he just read Acts 1 6 through 8. And I'm gonna read 8 again, Bahasham. I just want to expound on it. All right, it says, "But ye shall receive power after that the Holy Ghost is come upon you, and ye shall be a witness unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and to the uttermost part of the earth." Do you know that if you took the map and you went to the exact other side of the world from Israel, you know where you're gonna be?
In America.
All right, and not only that, that also kills this dude with that African mess, because Africa is basically connected to Israel.
Yes.
Egypt is the very northern tip, northeastern tip of Africa, which and you can walk from Egypt right into Israel.
11-day walk.
Okay,
That means a drive is a car drive ain't shit.
So going down into West Africa is in the uttermost part of the earth. Going down into South Africa, was that the Lambda tribe or whoever they are?
The Limba.
Right. They all know that they Jake, but they following Esau's way. They speak Yiddish. They them shalom. You will never hear me here say shalom.
That's it.
Right? There's no O in Hebrew, man. It don't even sound right, man. I'm like, brother, why you saying shalom? It's shalom, man.
Aki.
Right.
Toda.
Right. A lot of those Jews after the Jewish way.
Exactly. They covering their crown.
That's right. Right.
They when you see them, they covering their crown.
Yep.
And yeah, a lot of them Israelites, yes, indeed, they are. And that part is true.
And to be
but
honest,
their doctrine is completely off. So they're following Judaism, a lot of them.
That's it. But to be honest, a lot of us coming into the understanding of the truth started out the same way.
Right.
But the difference is, I remember, matter of fact, Yaki and Benji is my witness. We started off Todah for Tawada, Cain for Khan, Saliki for Salakia, Aki for Ach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got corrected.
What you know who corrected us? The Spirit. Because I was like, this can't be right. Because the Lord was like, I'm going to the Strongs. I wish I would go downstairs and go get the Strongs. If you go get the Strongs, matter of fact, go get it real quick. If you go get the Strongs, and I'm going to the Strongs, we stayed in the Strongs because this was before the fancy Strongs, and it's before
the Strongs before or after produced. That's what it says on there.
That's right.
They told you that every fish out after this one will not be as good as this one.
That's right. Now the thing is, we going through the Strongs, and now we going to the alphabet. We're going checking things and matching up things from the scriptures and so forth. And then because I'm going to show it right now because the brother went and go and brought it up. I said now I got, matter of fact, I'm gonna take the screen share off just momentarily so I can highlight our camera. If you go into the beginning of the section of the Hebrew, and it's perfectly right here, that's the Spirit. You'll see, and I'll show the elder first. We went over this before. It says consonants. You see the right here. What did Esau say it sounds like?
He says it has no sound.
All right.
So you got a letter that has no sound.
Let me
so you know what? The thing is that if it has no sound, then you will never get the name of the Lord.
Exactly. And then you have this other ayan, which also has no sound. So you could, to give you an example of a letter that has no sound, which actually is contrary to a letter, because the definition of the letter produces a sound. It will be, this is the letter A.
How, if the letter G had no sound, how could you say go? Everybody run around saying oh.
Oh, what? Oh, you want to go? Or oh, you wanted exclamation?
You be all kind of confused, man.
And that's when we saw this, in the scriptures, and then went down and they start saying vowels. Look at it, saying vowel, then it say ah. But wait a minute, ain't no vowels in the script. So where they come from? And then it was like, this is not right. And so then that made me go to the Lord and say, Lord, I don't know what the righteous alphabet is, but I know that the Yiddish ain't right. And I asked the Lord, would you give me the alphabet? He gave me 19 out of the 22 characters. And then down the line, months down the line, when the elders put up lexicon, the GMS, then we had the other 3 that we wasn't 100% solid on. That's how the Spirit works. That's
Oh,
Hosea.
Bahasham.
No, Zephaniah 3 and 9. 7, then will I return to the people a pure language, that they may all the righteous Israelites, call on the name of the Lord with one consent. Ain't gonna be no Christ over here, Ahaya over here, Buddha over here, Allah over here, Yahawah over here, Yahweh over here, Yahawah. Who the fuck? And I still don't know how they came over.
Right.
We went to one
I
Israelite community.
I remember the dude screaming, "The great and mighty
Yahawah.
Yahawah."
Yeah, it's like, where did they get that from? It's like, it's not in there. It's like I didn't get it, but we was like, okay, maybe that. And we tried, but the Spirit was
Then
like,
he kept yelling it too. He would get loud on the quad. I said,
Yahawah.
he said, you sound like the people, you know, the church people, the people that say Jesus, and then the one that say Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
As if it has more power, you know, if you say it like that, then it's just got like the Lord gonna be sitting up there on the cloud. When you say it like that, he gonna look. You know,
Right.
like I heard you. No, man. You gotta say the name, man. It said the pure language, the pure name, man.
That's it. But if you go through the alphabet in the Strong's, you'll see the discrepancies in their pronunciation table. That's what made me say that something ain't right. See, but that takes studying. But these niggas ain't studying. They're not reading.
No.
All right? That's the reason why. You know what you all are doing? You all regurgitate. You all puppets. You have puppets on the left-hand side, and you have puppets on the right-hand side. You have people who come in and just follow Esau, Edom, and anybody, every wind of doctrine, and whatever they say, because it just sounds good. And then you got the nigglets who say, man, we are the Israelites, but then they just go follow the prophets and just copy them versus do what we say do, which means go read,
the guys
study,
just
and
want to
pray.
be somebody, want
Exactly.
to shine, want that name, and they just start, you know, they become mockingbirds, and then when they
Yep.
get hit with something that they're not sure about, then they just become the wingman.
That's it.
Right?
They start winging
The
it.
wing masters. It's like, damn, man, you gonna put some salt and pepper on the wings, but here you go. This is right. Zephaniah 3 and 9. For then will I turn to the people of pure language, that they may all call upon the name of Yahawah to serve him with one consent.
Shoulder to shoulder. That means all together. All right, the brother Kazak Ban Yahawah, he put Ephesians 4 and 11 and 12. He gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints. If you call yourself an apostle, if you call yourself a prophet, if you call yourself an evangelist, if you call yourself a pastor or a teacher of the scriptures, it must be for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, and for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach. If you're not doing it that way, till we all come in what? Unity of the faith. That means now we did a lesson. What was it?
Matter of fact, read verse 13.
Verse 13. Till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Hamashiach. All right. And if you don't do that, you're not one of us.
That's right.
Because you have to have the unity of faith. You have to teach the same thing. You can have no divisions. We did a lesson cussing out the Christian church, and then we found out
no. Christianism.
Christianism.
Look up the word, because that should be a look. I'm gonna use that from now on.
Okay.
You break down the word of he broke it down today in the video. I was watching. I don't always say something, but I'll be watching. But break down what ism on the end of a word means. So that Christianity, no. It's Christianism.
That's it.
For all you agents out there.
Yes.
All you apologism, right. It's all ism, man. Break down what an ism is.
That's right, brother. And they want to make us Hebrew Israelism to make us a religion where we're not. All right. This is Christian. This is Christianism.
So this is a full out attack, y'all. All you brothers on the comment board, all you people, all you teachers that are watching, we got to start blasting these Christians with that word, man.
That's it.
Christianism, because that is exactly what it is.
That's right.
Because their thing is made up.
That's it.
And that sound like schism?
All right. So you got Christianism, which is first of all, I'm gonna do ism first. Ism is a word forming element making nouns implying a practice. Doesn't make it though. See, that's the difference.
Implying.
It's implying. It doesn't mean it's accurate. to imply something may be good or maybe not, but it does not mean it's accurately so. All right, implying a practice, implying a system, implying a doctrine, etc. All right,
and know, thinking of how things work, mechanics and building, the carpenters and things of that nature. I have a client that's a pretty loyal client, one of the few that I have left, and she's an engineer, a very well known engineer, in the city of Chicago, and the fact that I've learned so much about these engineer terms just listening to her talk. She's always getting a call, and then it's just in her nature. She walks in a room and she immediately starts looking around to see what's wrong, what needs to be fixed.
Right.
That's just in her nature. She come in the dojo and start pointing this out and this out. I'm like, you hit a train, stop.
Right.
But she can't help herself.
Right.
All right, but nevertheless, there's a certain way that things could be done right, and then I think that people take shortcuts.
Right.
That's Christianism.
That's
These
it.
people on the comment board. All right, people try to do things and it's implying
That's
that
right.
it's right. So to the unlearned eye like me, I walk in the room, the paint's fresh, everything's clean, the building looks sturdy, it looks good to me.
Right.
But to the trained eye,
It might not.
the learned eye.
See now this going into the definition says signifying the practice or teaching of a thing.
And that's vocabulary.
Yeah. See now what the thing is signifying the practice
That's
or teaching of a thing.
So-called Christianity.
Well, do not the doctors have a practice?
Yeah.
Does their practice make the doctor, which the word doctor means falsified, does it make it accurate? No.
You got it just came out that they even put it on Fox News. I think some thousands of doctors finally stood up and came up against
Dr. Sickle.
Dr. Kill everybody.
Dr. Jaws.
Dr. Block your breathing.
Dr. Teeth.
That dude. And then he got made. He also one of the television announcers made him look pretty bad too. So what the hell? Why you still doubling up and doing all that mess when you took 2 vaccinations?
That's it.
And
He's right.
Fauci said it. He said there's no science.
That's it.
About after you get the double max, there's no science that says you go do this and it's all good now. Yes, just want to lock you down. This point they get to they want to lock
that
your
is
ass
a,
down.
exactly.
And that's gonna be part of their downfall because all across the planet.
They're turning their citizens and the citizens of the world against.
There you go.
Can I make a point so we don't get distracted? And we went there. Y'all should lock these niggas down. Because you never know. The COVID-19 may wipe everybody off earth. So lock these niggas down, you saw. Lock them down, bitch.
2 hour waste.
Lock them down.
But that's the beautiful thing.
Well, because they getting ready to.
Yeah, it's just
July. Because right, and then we got word that something's gonna go down in July. But nevertheless, look, you got. And I had called it before we even got that information. I said by midsummer, late summer, something's gonna happen because you got Iowa is completely open, no mask.
That's right.
Texas is completely open and no mask.
And
what other state? There's another one. Mississippi is completely open, no mask. And they down there partying like
I'll just say Florida.
in Florida. They down there having Roman orgies down in Florida, man.
2 million cases.
So
law just said 2 million cases.
So Florida. So between those 4 states and the fact that you just had well over 100,000 undocumented migrants just came up from South America, different parts of South America, and they're already saying that the majority of them were positive. What do you think they're gonna do? They get ready to turn and look. They get ready to lock this bitch down.
That nigga might go some drones for that pop up. Like the common cold.
Right.
But I'm gonna get to that definition of Christianism.
Go ahead, finish that, brother.
Christianism is a term describing how some adherents of Christianity, particularly those on the American Christian right, turn Christianity into a political dogma and use it for the pursuit of political power.
Yes.
It is intended to distinguish Christians, believers in the religion Christianity, from Christianists, those who use Christianity and particularly Christian fundamentalism as a guide to politics and means to political power. The term is analogous with Islamism, and both terms describe forms of social and political activism.
And then you know what they're gonna use too? They're gonna turn around and try to use this to just end all religion. That's what they're coming from. But the point of the matter is apologism, Baptistism, Catholicism, Christianism.
And that's the
it's all ism. It's all made up bullshit.
If you go into the
not biblical.
Right. If you go into the denominations of Christianity, the definition right in Wikipedia would tell you that this is divisions within subdivisions of all the one so-called Christianity.
Yep. and
When you go into the
everything's coming
scriptures,
out, man.
the scriptures say have no divisions. How you not only got divisions, but you got multiple divisions and subdivisions in the one division?
Right, because if we were sitting here going back and forth with a Lutheran, with a Methodist, and a Catholic, they will go to war with each other.
It's right.
Because their doctrines aren't going to line up.
But see,
You
you
know?
go another step further. The Lutherans
You
ain't
got
all
a
going to get together. The Baptists, all the Baptists, there are subdivisions in the Baptists. You got subdivisions in the Lutheran. So then you got to say which Lutheran are they going to agree to be the face of the
like
Lutheran?
Chicago gang shit.
Come on.
You know?
So first you had BDs versus you had the moles versus the folks, but now you got the BDs, you got the GDs, you got the BGDs, you got the BGDBs, and all of those. How the hell you gonna have all these divisions? Come on, man.
That's right. Then you got them sects that roll together. It be stones, vice lords, and disciples all in the same swag. You're like, what the hell, huh?
This shit
It didn't become a clique thing.
Yep.
Because somebody in their clique is folks, but the other dude in the clique is vice
It's
lord.
like,
So they together against whoever. So it's just
That's
that's the
madness.
same shit, man.
Until the brothers come, and then somebody got to pick a side, and then now you got to go get your friend you just riding out with. This is what America produces: madness. All right. We are Hebrew Israelites. That's why the Jewish people don't call themselves Hebrew Israelites. All right. They call themselves
Israelis.
Come on, Israelite.
Hey, I can pull the definition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Matter of fact, after you said it, I got a couple things I'd like to read myself.
Why you get that going?
Absolutely, get it, brother.
You know, this is goes into what the brother is saying, that we shouldn't have no divisions among ourselves. This is 1 Corinthians 1:10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahawashi Hamashiach, that ye all speak the same thing,
Come on, bro.
and that there be no divisions among you.
So did Paul teach something contrary to Peter? Did Peter teach something contrary to Yahawashi Yahawashi?
No, sir.
Did James and teach something different from Timothy?
No, sir.
It was one solid doctrine. Okay? And that's the difference between the people of the world and the people of the day. This is the definition of the word Israeli. And like the brother Benji tell you, they're going to expose themselves in the definition. Citizen of the state of Israel. All right, but then it goes on to say it distinguishes the citizens of the modern state from the ancient people who had been known to live there.
Ooh, let's read it again, brother.
All right, it says Israeli distinguishes the citizens of the modern state from the ancient people who had been known in English since 14th century as Israelites to be the ancient people of Israel.
Okay, let me come off the top rope with that. With
Bobby
people's
Basham.
elbow right behind you. Edomite Jews began to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860.
Excuse me?
Encyclopedia Judea, 1971, volume 1023. It says that in their 1971 Encyclopedia Judea, the Edomite Jews, all right,
Which means they're not real
that Edomites began to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860.
So there
Right,
you go.
that's from one of their own
Scholars.
books. Right, this is the Jewish Almanac, 1980.
Come on.
Strictly speaking, it is incorrect to call an ancient Israelite a Jew or to call a contemporary Jew an Israelite or Hebrew. Jewish Almanac, page 1980, page 3.
Man. See, when you bring this information out, you know we get crickets. We get tumbleweeds because these.
Then they delete our videos
Yeah.
and block it because they'll leave the video up and then they'll go back and delete it later. After that video don't even show up because you got so many done. They'll go back and delete it and then hit you for hate speech.
That's right. How you don't get? You haven't been even. When's the last time you uploaded to?
Maccabean Spirit is on suspension right now, and I haven't uploaded a video to that channel in months.
And they going
Months.
back in the archive.
They went back and found a video quite a few years old, and that's why it's on suspension.
They so wicked.
But you know why? Because that particular channel has so many subscribers. I use it to repost other brothers' video and pertinent. When anytime damaging information comes out, like what I just read, I'll use Maccabean Spirit to boom, and it goes to a whole bunch of that. And so that's why they're attacking it because they trying to
They're trying to stifle the truth.
Yep.
It's too late.
They gave me a strike on my page. Bible published a video on that.
They still pulling.
I was a little up.
Wow.
They struck my shit. Bible published.
They killed the Polo Selecto page that was about to get to 1,000 subscribers.
That's the same thing they did to
They
mine.
killed the whole page?
They did this. That's how they did mine. I barely have put the video up, and I wanted to go change some stuff in the video because I was like, this is kind of on the nose. I couldn't even do it because they already struck it, and I just had put it up. I mean, motherfucker, they ain't watch it like that. That's Esau, man. But that's leading to the famine of the word, and it's also showing that we have the truth. Because the scriptures say the truth will be evil spoken of. But then why are there so many pages on YouTube that got people calling niggas niggas? Ain't the nigga song on YouTube? Nigga.
Yeah, I still, matter of fact,
Malcolm made a good point. They keep saying we hate speech, but they got that goddamn police. I hate you so much right now video on that.
They got the Kramer nigga video on still up.
Right.
Right. What was it? Nigga, white power. Yeah, let's see if it's still up. All you monitors who always monitoring us, let's see if you go pull it real quick.
Can I get the definition of Israelite? Because you could go to the free dictionary online, and it'll say word for word what the elder just read about Israeli, citizen of the modern state of Israel, having to do.
Now you gotta say it just like I said it. It was nigga. It was called nigga, white power.
Is it?
But then, but you see quite a few.
That's what I said. Run, nigga, run. We'll use that one. That should be a good one. So put this.
This is a classic.
Yeah, and guess what he is? He's basically what do you call him? Slave patrol, the police.
And working with you to fall with them all the days of my life. I will sing them good old southern songs. So now I'm going to sing you a little of Run, Nigga, Run, the Cattle Roll Texas. Run, nigga, run, the cattle roll, get you, run, nigga, run, the whole day. Yeah, my mama, I go home, girl, put this boy down.
Wow. He's laughing at you hanging right there. Patty Roller's gonna get you.
I mean, but here you go. This is offensive as fuck. But this.
How many? Matter of fact, go to the comments. Let's see what a few of the comments say.
Okay.
And how many hits they got?
About 358,000 views. Comments are turned off. This is 29. This is relatively reposted.
So
they got the comments turned off.
So that's reposted. Then it's probably in the millions.
Yeah, they got the comments turned off because they knew that motherfuckers gonna snap and cuss, and they didn't want to do that. But just the fact that they got the run, nigga, run, which is very offensive to all so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and then you still got it. You're offending this video right here, billions of people right now, because the Israelites are in the billions on the planet, and YouTube don't have a problem with that. But as soon as we say anything that they deem, you
say anything about those fake Jews.
Yeah. Oh, come on, bro.
All right, you use the anti-Sem word, and
come
that's
on.
it. All right.
Oh, them out.
You found it?
No, that's Gabal Nasir, and I was using him in a sit down, and he was talking about the Jewish people
not being the people,
not being the people, and the fact that they wouldn't even honor the thing.
They always take it down when it's up, because I used it a long time ago and you can never find it. But they ain't struck you yet?
Nah, I just put it up a couple days ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If it's for the word Israelite in the dictionary, maybe she's the
Patty Smith, rock and roll nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
The Israelite in the freedictionary.com. It says,
John Lemon, woman is the nigger of the world.
Put it like this. Let me see. Go ahead, brother. Read that, brother.
It says Israelite. It says a native or inhabitant of the ancient northern kingdom of Israel. Number 2, it says a descendant of Jacob, a Jew. It says a member of people regarded as the chosen people of Yahawah. It says a Jew not descendant from, now the tribe of Levi, and not a priest. But as a comparison to the word Israeli, which means a citizen of the modern day state of Israel, as opposed to Israelite, which goes back to that chosen people, that chosen lineage, that was the 12 tribes, like Paul spoke about. All right, because Paul gave you his heritage, and he said, as the Most High, basically done away with his people. And then he said, no, for I am an Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin. And then when he was in front of Agrippa, he made the case. He said, I was amongst my people in the beginning, the straightest sect. He said, of which hope are 12 tribes instantly serving Yahawah. All right, that which promise they hope to come. And then it lets you know in James and Peter that what? Those 12 tribes were scattered abroad. So that curse in Deuteronomy was that we'd be sent on the four corners to serve our punishment.
Right.
Nigga love a watermelon, ha 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 ha. That's racist. Nigga love a watermelon, ha 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 ha.
Really going to sing the song like you like it?
Nigga love a watermelon, ha 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 ha.
You know,
That's the ice cream. That's the song that they play on the ice cream truck.
Yeah, and they still play that. They still play that song, and that was actually the original word to that song. And see, but the whole point is, you can say whatever you want to say about us, and you can offend us. Matter of fact, real talk. You call me black, I'm offended.
That Patti Smith group, rock and roll nigga, that shit crazy.
You want me to play it?
Yeah.
Right.
Patti Smith, that rock and roll nigga.
I know I had
song.
passed it. I gotta go back up and see if I can find where I had
I was trying to find that rap song that Edomite chick put out.
This is to show you that they're hypocritical, man.
And all these songs, they have more likes than dislikes.
Uh-huh.
So it goes to show you, you know,
The state of America.
the spirit of these, yeah. The spirit of these
Do you like the world around you? Are you ready to be outside of society? Away from me. Outside of society. That's where I wanna be.
Yeah, that's what you call punk rock. A rock and roll nigga. Okay, I heard enough, brother. But yeah, that's a punk rock song. Like that group Black Flag. You know, that type of music.
It's Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Con, man, and just like I was watching another video with the elder Yahawah, and he made a very important point. And the point is that these record labels are owned by these fake Jews that we were talking about, and they ensure that the message in the music is a negative message, which has, and it's been proven that music in different frequencies of music can be used to influence people, and this music, this culture of music that they play is very destructive to Jacob. And so they push it, and all them fake Jews and all these that own these record labels that push this sort of music, they also all have stock in the prisons. Is it? So it's my business when you rapping about your Adidas and your radio, you know, like back in the day. It's like, no, man, you know, add more niggas and bitches. Like, what was that CB4?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He said, do you glorify violence and call women bitches and blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah, it's not good. Yes.
And it was like, yes. He was like, then sign right here. That's what he wanted. Because that's what he's looking for. Why? Because that's what them guys who got him on a leash,
right,
having him to do.
Now, I'm looking at some of these comments, because Wody the God said white people be violent over this nigga song. Then John Doe says, grow up. She's not racist for saying the N-word. See, now, first of all, you can't say that. And if you are not a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and I would damn near just say if you're not a so-called Negro, you can't use the N-word. And I only say that, so what? And not for the Israelite brothers in the faith and the truth, but I worked at a pizza joint that was owned by Mexicans. And once in a while out here, the so-called Mexicans say nigga to a nigga, but they saying it, I heard of them saying it as in a brother, which we never care about. We like, because we all the same. But then we'll see them say, "No, fuck you, nigga," and then they're like, "Fuck you, spick or wop or whatever," and then they'll go back and forth and they say, "Well, you said nigga, you should watch the film." So they'll use it too, and it to be a little side diss because Issachar don't know that we're brothers. But you can't say that because that's a so-called racial slur to an Israelite, to a so-called Negro. Motherfucker, you can't say the N-word period without being offensive, bitch. You can't. All right? Even if we don't give a damn about the word.
It is such a common word, and especially it's only really offensive for those who don't understand the word, what it really means. All right, because the meaning of the word now is a newspeak definition. Right, the word really didn't, and because even in my dictionary it tells you that now it's a condescending word that it wasn't before. Now it is. All right, because I've heard white people call each other niggas. You know, and the northern kid, everybody. Yeah, I mean, hell, I've even heard them Arabs call each other niggas, man.
Oh, the Arabs.
So sand niggas.
Right.
White dude was calling his son a nigga. On his rifle nigga.
You know, so it's right. It's like a hip cool word now.
Everybody want to be us.
Like, you know,
To the cop show.
To the cops, exactly.
right. You know, Patak used to say that. Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody really want to be a nigga.
That's Paul Mooney. Yeah, he got that from Paul Mooney.
Come.
But if you go into the comments, you see it. They're going back and forth. You think you have to hate another race or do racist stuff? A racist is someone who is prejudiced against another race. This is actual definition. So to do something racist, you must be prejudiced against a race that your action was directed at. I don't think Patty Smith is racist. Some say she is, but I can't find evidence of it.
Patty, look, the fact that she would make a song and put that label on it, knowing that it's offensive to a particular group of people, it's an act of racism in itself. Because if she truly wasn't racist, she'd have been completely against it. Like, no, I'm not going to write a song or sing a song like this. I'm not going to do that because it would be offensive to
That's
somebody.
why they got the word made, whatever the fuck that name is. So you feel that using racial slurs is not prejudicial, really? And I mean, it's real simple. If you say a word that you know, watch this. Go to the projects, go to the hood, and let me see any Edomite, so-called white man, Chinese, Arab, or whatever. Go to the hood and go start calling some niggas, and see how fast your ass gonna get fucked up, and see if it's prejudicial or not.
That song there.
Yeah, let me see her go to the hood and sing that song and see how fast they're gonna turn up on her ass.
Right, you know how the comedians be doing the sound with the microphone getting clucked over the head.
Yeah,
right. That's all you gonna hear in their song. Somebody start singing. Right. The whole band gonna get lumped the fuck up.
As soon as the lyrics get understood.
All right. Exactly. That's gonna be her new name, Patty Lump.
That's it. All right. What's I gonna stop all this madness though? Because all this shit is madness, bro. All right. But we just using this as an example, showing you how they come against us for teaching the truth, where we're actually just teaching. We teach facts.
Right. Then they have low key pedophilia on there too. Mm-hmm. They got all kind of stuff on here that's very offensive, man.
That show exactly.
Man, look at this right here. You got the
even the package
just
with John Benet Ramsey and all that shit. That was all them fucking Edomites that, you know what I'm saying? That they
was the ice cream song shit. Yeah, the ice cream song, racism and children's cartoons and music.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that ding, they still use it today, man.
Yes, and all this stuff is still here.
Matter of fact, play it, because some people don't know. Play it. That sound familiar?
Warning, this video contains offensive material. It does not reflect my personal views. My goal for this video is to educate and highlight racism in a not so distant past. And the song that first comes on is the same thing that you hear that you're about to hear all summer long. If they let the stab and jab or this is what you're gonna hear all summer long in the hood, all right? Because they bring them goddamn
my father used to own and drive an ice cream truck.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Because he used to make me work on it.
Damn.
So I'm very familiar with this song.
I am chasing the truck.
get come, they get to go get more, get till I'm free. If I'm free, come up there if I'm free. Watermelon.
So they're implying that. Look, see, this look at the imagery.
So they're implying that
we're lazy.
they ain't got no teeth.
And, you know, we're all about music,
right? And they just a bunch of hobos, right? And which is a condition that you put them in.
Snag a tooth, nappy hair,
big ass lips.
You know what I'm saying? Look like we just half sleep, half dope. You know, they like that dope look. You know what I'm saying? And this is the imagery that they have portrayed us for years, man. Sleep lazy. We ain't supposed to be working, but we out here lazy, chilling, and relaxing. When you put that music on, then we get perked up. Yeah. And I always say, look at that. Have our women be big, fat, and Jemima looking bitches?
They knew that was going to happen because of the diet that they put them on. Because they didn't come over here like that.
That's right.
That was from eating all that pork and them abominable foods.
That's it.
That Christianism says that it's okay for you to eat.
That's it.
All right.
They hold on to this day even when it's broken down to them. They say, hey,
right, and as if Edomites don't eat and love watermelon.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm starting to get mad now. That's enough, brother.
Guys like apes and monkeys. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and watermelon is good for your ride too. So
that's right.
But you know, we can go this. Matter of fact, a lot of your staple, what was it? The licorice.
Well, that's why they start making watermelon seedless.
Yes.
So now you eat some of the abomination.
That's it.
But the truth of the matter is the watermelon is very good for your manly parts, especially the rind. You can put the rind right in the blender, blend it up, drink it too.
That's it.
That's it.
Any vegetable that has bread, it has lycopene.
Mm-hmm.
Lycopene is good.
Which is it creates that nitric oxide thing. It elevates the oxygen in your blood, which makes your heart rate slow down and makes your heart strong.
Oh damn!
And blood flow, right? And blood flow is key to your ride, because if your blood flow gets bad, then your ride won't fully erect and raise up and full of blood. You start losing some length and size and shit.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, I just read an article a couple days ago about that, about the shrinking penises and sperm counts in America. Why do you think that is, man?
That's it.
Because of this damn devil being in charge. Right.
What's crazy is
and you know what? And shrinking a man's penis is enough to go to war.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, man, I had a mighty ass ride. Now you fucking me up. God, fuck, we going to war.
He's like, I want to bring you down to my level.
Right. He's right. Esau want to hand out the anaconda bill. Right. Right.
You know, it's this game I had played called Destroy All Humans. Right? But in the game, it's called Destroy All Humans. The Martian would come and he actually get pissed off and he trying to destroy the humans. But in the midst of trying to destroy the humans, he telling you that they're using the food to control your mind. They tell you that they're using the television in sync. They're telling you right in the fucking game. No, it's flat out telling you. He flat out telling you that they're using it.
We weaponizing the entertainment.
Weaponizing the food. And they say, and they show you that all of this stuff started happening in the 50s and the 60s.
Wow.
When fast food started.
And that's about right. And that's what. And if you remember that video that came out in 1950 something, that talked about around this time that there was going to be a scamdemic, and that there was going to be obesity was going to be a major thing.
It was crazy. He was saying that they trying to make he said he was talking shit like, damn, we trying to kill you, but your own damn government is trying to kill you. And we from Mars, and they're doing you worse than what we trying to do. We need to help y'all by rid y'all from your government.
Hey, this made me think of Putin. Did you see what Putin said the other day?
Yeah, he just said
Putin said, "America talking all this shit and putting sanctions on everybody, but they people that they put in slavery. They fucked up the indigenous. Talk about the Native Americans. They said they fucked up the Native American Indians, which is our brethren. And they said, and of course, he calls African. He calls us African American. But he just basically, and they said we've been dropping bombs and atomic bombs over everybody. And you got the nerve to say, talk shit and put sanctions on people when your own backyard is dirty as fuck. That's that shameful spewing for glory.
And right. And remember the whole 16 nations coming against them, you know, in the UN. And there's more and more joining on to that, man. So look, it's just a matter of time, man.
Tick tock, back.
What was that song that boy George, girl George sang? Time won't give me time. You're running out of time, man.
Job 14:5.
Get it?
He has a point about him. Yeah, he cannot. You shall not pass.
That's right.
You know, see, but this is the things that go back to the topic of the lesson. You nigglets that call yourself teachers. I'm talking about from, I don't care what kind of teachers you're talking about. That's not the teacher of Yahawashi, Yahawashi. You're not bringing this all out. You're not bringing out these evidences, these artifacts, going into the scriptures, going into the etymology of words, going into history. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing all that. You know what you're doing? Talking shit. Go ahead, brother.
This is Songs of Solomon because you brought it back up.
Be careful that chord.
3 and 1. It says, by now on my bed I sought him, whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. Going back to what the other had started with, that everybody eventually was looking for some truth, some sort of wisdom, some sort of guide piece. It says, I will rise now.
And that was selected for the record. That people looking for that didn't come in and of themselves. Right? Yahawashi said, you did not choose me, but I chose you. And the Lord didn't put that unction and that spirit in us to go seek and put things in front of us like, man, something ain't right.
Exactly.
The Lord put that in our spirits because we're the hope for righteous and elect. But guess what? We had to seek it out. That's why the Lord said, seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door will be open. Ask and you shall receive. If the Lord bring in front of us, just like we do week in and week out, to all those niggas that walk right past us, to the niggas who
walk by smoking weed, smoking squares.
Yeah,
you know?
And they have an opportunity to hear, and then once they hear it, they have an opportunity to seek. But if the Lord is not something with the Lord said, behold, I stand at the door. What's that door? Your mind. All right. And he said he's knocking. That means the Lord is trying to get your attention and say, hey, this ain't right. Hey, something's wrong. Hey. And if you don't hear that knock and open up the door and let him come in and he sup with him and he with you, then you're not going to get this download. You got it. Bible,
it's the book of Revelations 3:20.
Yeah, and I just like to say that because, for the record, ain't nobody sought out the Lord. The Lord put a spirit in us which made us seek him.
God.
If he didn't put that spirit in us, we would not be seeking him either.
God. And look, we here to, you got something, brother?
That's scripture.
Go ahead, brother.
Real quick, Revelations 3:20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me.
There you go. So the Lord said, if you open up the door and hear me and listen to me, then I will come in and I will sup with you and he with me. Meaning that goes back to the Isaiah, the 30th chapter, when you hear, you see your teachers, you hear a voice behind you saying, go this way or go that way. Then you start getting duped up in this whole in the spirit. How about you, Shah? Then you know what to do when you need to do it.
The Lord said, I chose you, you haven't chosen me.
That's it.
All right, so yeah, we had that spirit of seeking, you know, and searching for Yahawashi, Yahawashi, because that's the spirit he put on us. All right, the elect is going to always return to the rock. Just like you, 2-3 niggas are going to return to your rocks. As far as if you was a false teacher in the past, you're a false teacher today. The Lord didn't set a lot of you guys up to preach his actual word. He set you guys up to be stumbling blocks.
That's right. Perfect. You know, you guys on the comment board and you people that's involved in Christianism. As a matter of fact, St. Benji, this has been on my spirit. With me, you, Uriah, we're gonna take another brother with the camera. We're gonna go across the street to them guys to be on the loudspeaker.
Okay.
You
know what? That was pissing me off.
Because they're very disrespectful. They've been scoffing at the prophets, and we're gonna go over there.
Too.
And we're gonna go over there and run them off of there because we're gonna embarrass them in front of their little flock they didn't create.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna go over there. Yeah, we're gonna go over there and have somebody film. All right.
So the truth will be shown.
So the truth to be shown.
I would like to. put myself in, you know, that.
All right, brothers, come. There it is.
And if who you want next week?
This weekend. I mean, well, you know, this right the next day, right after the when we go out.
Oh, because it's gonna be a lot of brothers here too.
Come.
I got it.
Right.
Him too.
Hey, but you know what? Just being defensive of the gospel, bro. And the funny thing is, beforehand, speaking of that situation,
Yeah, because they didn't ask for it. Because I was, you know, I was supposed to be with Bar Rock camp, but I got mixed signals. I thought Bar Rock was gonna be down on Roosevelt. You told me in Hyde Park, but I had two other brothers tell me Roosevelt, including Karab. So I said, oh, okay, well then so anyway, but they were running their mouth again. And then they last week. So last week they scoffed at, you know, they were scoffing at the camp too. I was like, you know what, man, and this has been in my spirit. We're gonna go deal with them.
I got that spirit. We standing in the lot. This is Daniel 12 and 13. So go thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of days.
Right, the spirit of the prophet is subjected to the prophet. Simply put, the Lord is always going to put you back in your order. And like I said, as birds resort to their light, so does the truth return to them that practice it. All right. So hey, the Lord said who He set up for a reason. What's that? Was that Sirach? And He said, "I gave Abraham." You know, we were down the list, Jeremy, Isaiah.
Oh, Esdras. When he gave you, he said, I'll give you for leaders, and then he basically said, because basically we're watching out for the prophecies that still haven't been.
Exactly.
Right.
Go ahead. Some more on that?
I got some more on this Sons of Solomon. This Sons of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 2. I will rise now and go about the city in the streets, and in the broad ways I will seek him whom my soul loveth. I saw him, but I found him not. The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye he whom my soul loveth? It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him, and when I let him go, until I had brought him into my mother's house.
Right, he said, I held him, did not let him go. That goes with the scriptures. It says, we're going to hold on to him that is the Jew, the skirt. Hold on to the skirt of him that is the Jew.
They clean out the skirt.
Right, and that's what we did, man. We didn't let him go. We heard this wisdom through the man that the Lord set up. We didn't let him go.
We're out the steps.
We're out the steps of his house 8 times, man. So that's over and over and over again, man. When you see a man of understanding, cleave unto him.
That's right.
Right? So that's exactly what we've done. But through the Spirit, it was going to work that way because it's called the laying of the hands of the presbytery. All right? Not like you other guys, man. All right? You trying to come late, you fly-by-nights. Israelites, man.
When you get there,
I might be.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Al.
Yes.
That was it.
It's like I was trying to find the scripture.
Can you read this while you?
Go ahead, go ahead, bro.
This
Bring it up.
is Jeremiah
Keep it going.
23, but I pretty much bounce around a little bit. This is Jeremiah 23, and we'll start at 1. It says, "Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture," saith Yahawah.
call themselves teaching, but they don't teach the truth.
"Therefore thus saith Yahawah, the power of Israel, I am against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and has not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith Yahawah." All right, so Yahawashi basically saying, hey, look, you teaching this false doctrine, you scattering them. All right, and then on top of that, when Jake and you got Jake that get on the CTA bus, all right, while you pulling up in the Bentley, all right, or a Cadillac EXT extended, all right, while Jake has got their lights cut off, gas cut off, they spending their last money, all right, in your church. All right, but they can't get no help in return, man.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, they can't. Well, yeah, right. They can't get no damn help.
Right, like my father, man. My father had an issue with his life was cut off, and he called me and asked me for help, and I couldn't help him, And I said, Dad, why don't you ask the church? You've been going there for 30-some years. He said, well, no, he didn't even feel comfortable going to ask.
Because that's not a real place of God.
Exactly.
All right, because the first of all, you go into the scriptures, we're supposed to have all things common, man.
Yeah.
We're supposed to share and be able to help one another in any and everything.
Lose that money
For your
that
friend, that's right.
You know?
And charity covered the multitude of sins. And guess where it starts at? It starts at the top.
Yeah.
All right.
It's verse 3. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries where I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their foes. At the end, you said, stand your lot, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, thus saith Yahawah. So, I mean, the Lord is going to set up true men that's going to lead and guide them through the Spirit, because you false teachers, all right, hey, look, you're not set up to teach, all right? Then when you jump down to verse 21, all right, this Jeremiah 23:21, he said, I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied.
God.
So you niggas out here teaching, and the Lord, you wasting your time. You actually digging yourself a deeper ditch.
But you know what, brother? With guys like that, I'm thankful for them.
God.
It just makes our chances that much greater.
God.
You know?
God.
Some more to that, brother?
Yeah, God. Well, when I want to jump down to verse verse 26. It says, how long shall this be in the hearts of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yeah, they are prophets of deceit of their own heart. All right?
And that's making up shit. That's deceit of their own heart, which is their own mind. Meaning they just bullshit. They pulling out, they winging it. They making up shit.
The wingmaster.
The wingmasters, that's right.
They got all the special sauce to go with it, man.
God.
Deceiving people. Make the
That's it.
sauce make it taste good, man.
That's it.
But you're gonna get sick. It's gonna taste good going down. You're gonna get sick because you get way too much sodium. Right. But you're gonna eat them wings. Next thing you know, you got high blood pressure, diabetes, all that, man.
Death. Death.
Right.
It says, which think to cause
the wingmaster.
Mm-hmm.
It says, which thinks to cause my people to forget my name.
And that's what the end result of all the deceitfulness is, to cause them to forget Yahawah. And the churches, do they teach Yahawah?
Nope.
They teach Yahawashi.
Nope.
So then they'll tell you it doesn't matter what his name is. So then if it don't matter what
it's like saying you can call him Yo Play Yogurt.
Exactly. So if I can call anybody anything, well, let me just call you, hey, I really just want to call you dumbass bitch. You mind? You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers said, no, you can't call me no, but I'm just gonna call you.
Well, but Mrs.
I know
Dumbass Bitch. Mr. and Mrs. Dumbass Bitch. Can I get you to right? You have a seat over here, right this way. The Dumbass Bitch family, right this way.
That's right.
No, they're not gonna like that at all. Man.
That's Mr.
Matter
and
of fact,
Mrs.
the third time you see it, somebody probably swinging them.
It was actually a guy. It's a restaurant, I think, in Cali, where they call you bitch. What's up, bitch? And then the guy, he got pissed off because he ain't like the fact that she called him a bitch.
Well, that sounds like there used to be a that was one on right off Orleans by the Rock and Roll McDonald's.
So he got pissed off.
Yeah, it got shut down
after a while.
He got pissed off that she was calling him a bitch the way she was calling him. She was like, "What's up, bitch?" You know, but that's the way they had it. He said, "No, bitch, go get my food, bitch." Now he got mad. That ain't my name. So it's like you can't sit there.
You know, that's folly, man. How you?
And she got offended. Like she got offended that he got to call her a bitch the way she was calling him a bitch. Like,
right.
No, I'm talking. That ain't my name. You don't refer to me as that.
Man, that's ridiculous, man. That's when that sound like one of them pranks that went wrong, man.
We got Deuteronomy. We got Deuteronomy 28:37, and thou shalt become a proverb, an astonishment, a proverb. You know, a joke. You know what I'm saying? That was going on in that cartoon.
That's right. And it goes on to how Esau looks at us anyway, man. That whole thing with the restaurant, that's how Esau looks at so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. They don't respect us. That's why we looking at them like, oh, out of all the years we've been here, where you have showed us absolutely no respect and care fuck about us.
All of a sudden, now you want to put us first.
Yes,
you ain't put us first in nothing, right? We want first in service. We want first in loans. We want first in education. We want first in opportunities. We're not the first hire. None of that. But now all of a sudden, you want to take Negroes, Latinos, and Natives and give them you know,
The stab and jab.
The stab and jab. First.
They call it medical reparations. The motherfucker called it
What?
medical reparations.
Who said that?
Some
You can
some
motherfucker.
Wow.
They care about us now.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, Steve
Wow.
Naismith talking about
You know?
Wow.
Now all of a sudden we matter.
Right.
You know?
And the scripture says, who will bemoan them? The Lord says, according to
They still run around calling us blacks and Hispanics.
So if you don't,
so we can't matter too much because we know that you know who we are. Right? And we don't call ourselves black. My skin is not black, nowhere close to black. Right? And I don't know nobody whose is, man. I know some really dark ass brown people, but I don't know nobody that's actually black. You know?
Don't call me black.
or white.
Or definitely ain't nobody white.
Even the white kids say that we're peach.
And that's stupid. No, you're not. You're red.
You're red.
Because peach is a little orange and shit.
Yeah, peaches are kind of like
Donald Trump
orangey
is
yellow.
Goddamn it.
Right.
Your ass is
he red as fuck. You know? Like what was the dude who got fired off Fox for teaching the Northern Kingdom history? Glenn Beck, red as fuck. Man. He's a perfect example. You go to what is it? I think his channel's called The Blaze. You pull his face up, you clearly see that he is not a white man. There is no such thing as a white man or a white woman. That is a created social construct, man. Just like black men and women. Those are created, those are social constructs.
That's it.
All right?
Now you see, now this is perfect one right here. You see this white background, his white hair, and you see nothing but pinkish to reddish flesh.
There you go.
All right?
That's curtain right there.
All right? And he was Illuminati shrill that they used until they got, until he
opened his mouth a
little bit too much.
He was man with them glasses on. You really can see how red
that's
he
the
is.
reason why I just stopped it right there, because I was like, man, this right here, bro.
Yeah, you can clearly see it now.
That's called high definition.
Right, and see high definition. See, all technology is not good technology.
Right.
All right, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up, bro. Brothers got any last? You got one?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, bring it out, brother.
This is going back to how they were saying that Africa was the place of the dry bones.
Right.
Real quick. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity,
excuse me.
Keep reading a little bit more.
You said in the land of their what?
In the land of their captivity.
So where's the whole thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of Israelites and African captivity?
Serving captivity.
Right.
They woke up to who they were, who didn't know who they were.
That Hosea 1, if they always acknowledge that there are Israelites in Africa, then where would they not call the people?
That's right. That's it.
Hey, the whole story.
Boom. Cold cut, man.
All net. All net.
All net, brother. It went snap.
Bottom of the net.
The whole story goes that they took them from Africa to serve slavery in the United States.
That's right. Well, and not only from Africa, but actually from all over.
Yeah.
Because we were in Europe.
We were everywhere.
We were in matter of fact, go get the book Arab Slavery in the Arab World. All right. They had taken us all the way over to Saudi Arabia. They took us over to Arab lands. All right. When we have been scattered abroad,
they sent us to the islands.
Come on, brother.
Well, that goes all the way back to Oliver Cromwell and his brother. Right, when they were sending all them Benjamites to the islands, man.
That's it.
All right, including the one I've had lots of Irish people try to no. White people went on the slave ships. They got sent to Jamaica and they got sent to the islands. That's because their fathers was niggas.
Yep.
All right, Cromwell knew what he was doing. He wasn't sending no white people. He was sending men who had pale flesh but who had Negro fathers.
That's it.
All right, because they knew and understood that it was your father that determined your nationality.
That's right.
The first book of Exodus makes that clear to you. When the Pharaoh ordered the Hebrew midwives to kill the Israelite men, the boys. He let the girls live. Why? Because they're gonna grow up to be concubines. We need to get rid of them.
And the women can't produce.
We need to get rid of them dudes shooting all them nuts all over.
That's right, because the women don't produce. The women incubates and feeds the sperm of a man, but they do not produce sperm.
Exactly.
Meaning they don't produce children. We produce the children, and we put it in the woman, and then she brings it forth.
She brings it forth. There it is. And she can only do that one at a time in most cases.
Right? Even in the lion's lair, when male lions take over pride, the first thing they do is they kill out all the kids and bring all the
all the cubs.
They're a threat to his dominion.
Yeah, all the cubs get killed.
No, that brings all when they take over the pride, they killed all the kids.
All the cubs. All the male cubs.
Yeah, they kill out.
And they'll run the older males. They run them off. They run away.
They kill them, and that brings all the lionesses back in heat.
Even in history, when they teach you history in Esau's school system, he lets you know that they vetted all the immigrants in Ellis Island. They didn't let those super rich elite from Europe to go amongst the ones that they sent to the ghettos, the ones that they sent to fight the Mexican-American War, which is really that was the battalion of St. Patrick. There was basically all the Irish that were praying in the same churches as the Mexican Catholics. They're like, wait a minute. Why are we put in the same position? Because those Edomites, those Englishmen, were treating them for being Catholics. You know, so they were basically oppressing them. And another thing, those Irish that were caught flipping against America were hung publicly. You know, so they got that curse of Deuteronomy.
Right.
Curse is the man that hanged on the tree. So who were they? Who were them?
Actually,
and that goes back to Cromwell. Yeah. Because why? Because Jake was over there in Ireland, you know, seeing up them Edomite women, man.
That's it.
All right? That's point blank, period.
If you go without saying,
yeah, read a little bit, like two more verses, brother.
Back in Baruch 2, verse 31 now, and shall know that I am Yahawah their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
There it is.
And think upon my name.
And think upon the name, man. And people in Africa, they're not calling on Yahawah. The only people calling on Yahawah over there are the men that are part of the Great Millstone.
That's it.
All right. So you can let it go off with their handiwork. But that's what you got to look forward to, Esau. Your turn is coming, man.
And this is a Irish-looking guy right here.
You know,
they got treated just like we did.
Deuteronomy 21:23. Curse the man.
No Irish,
no niggas,
yes, right. And there was a reason for that, because the Irish, those black Irish. It wasn't because they had dark hair and not the red hair like the Edomite Irish. It was because their forefathers were Negroes. Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakash.
Lead the preaching to the real men of the Lord. All right.
What they want.
Get that false doctrine off the corner. Right.
Shalom, Baba.